Hi, this is Tina. Welcome to my page. I want to talk about everything you need to know regarding home purchase. A lot of the questions that we got from our buyers are related to how much we're gonna expect it to pay throughout the period of purchasing a home, and then what's the closing cost, and then the expenses we need to expect after closing. So let's just talk about from the period that you start looking at house till closing. What you need to be prepared is your earnest money deposit, which typically due within the first 3 days. This is an amount that's typically between 1% to 2% of the purchase price. This is something that you show your good faith to the seller. If you really want something, you're absolutely okay to put in more. However, when you put in anything above $5,000, closing attorney will asking you to wire the amount to their escrow account, and then the wire fee is about $30. It depends on your bank and your relationship with your bank. The second expense that you need to expect is the wiring fee. We always recommend our clients to do an inspection. The inspection typically happens within your due diligence period. The inspection fee is typically based on your size of the house, and it ranges from $450 to even above $1,000 depending on the kind of service that you want to be performed at the house. Standard inspection does not include termite inspection. It does also not include mold test, radon test, and sewer scope test. For houses that's typically older, built before the 1990s, I typically recommend our clients to do a sewer scope inspection as well, just to making sure the sewer pipe from the city to your house is in good shape. There's no roots going into your pipe. There's no break, no leakage. And then after the inspection, sometimes your lender will require credit report fee. This ranges from, I would say, $30 to $90 depending on how many people need to pull credit, and also depends on the lender. Sometimes the lender doesn't require the pull credit fee, sometimes it does. So it really varies. And then the lender will also require you to pay appraisal deposit, which is also paid out of pocket prior to closing. This ranges from $600 to $900. And after the appraisal, I think all the expenses that need to be paid prior to closing is already paid. So on the closing date, you're gonna be paying for the down payment, which is the percentage that you agree to pay down towards the house, and the closing amount, the closing fee. The closing fee, it kind of also varies, depends on how much points you want to purchase when you're using a loan. So closing costs typically include 3 big parts. The first part is the lender fee. Anything related to the lending company, the lender's origination fee, the buying point fees, and other administration fees. Sometimes they have an underwriter fee. Those varies. I see it between like $3,000 to above, because the origination fee is typically linked to your loan amount, and it's a percentage of your loan amount. So the more expensive your house is, the more loan you're pulling from the lender, the more fees it's gonna occur. And then besides the lender fee, there's also the closing attorney related fees. They have a closing fee, and there's a whole bunch of transfer tax, administration fee, recording fees, and then you also will be paying a lender's title insurance fee, and then owner's title insurance is always recommended. And then besides the closing fees, the third big part is the escrow account, which is the money that you pay towards your HOA, your insurance, and your property tax. Sometimes lender require you to also prepay for another year of HOA, or prepare several months of the property tax. But escrow account, you can consider it as a non-interest bank account that the lender require you to put money aside for future use. The money is there for you. Every year when the county reassess your tax, it's gonna change based on the new assessment, but it's always gonna be sitting there. Sometimes you can talk to your lender and say, hey, I don't want to have an escrow account. Sometimes they allow it because if you're buying in certain area and the tax is more expensive, you can more likely to put the money aside to a high interest account rather than this escrow account. But you gotta make sure that you're paying your tax and your insurance on time. So those are the fees during closing. And then after closing, you need to be prepared is your utilities and your HOA fees and your insurance fee. But sometimes the insurance is paid through the mortgage. When you pay your mortgage, you're paying towards property tax. I hope this helps. Also, the utility fees, it really varies. It depends on the size of your house and also burning gas or if it's using electric. You can ask your agent to ask the listing agent and get an estimate from the seller on the utilities. So these are the fees that's associated with a home buying process. Hope this helps. I'll see you next time.